Wow, I really hope this branch does not fall on me.
She at the back, bro.
Thank you, Kevin. Sending a box. Looks like it's coming all the way from Hawaii. That is awesome. So we'll do a Monday mailbag pretty soon. Letting the packages roll in. Yeah, we got a P.O. box. It's listed below in the description in case you want to. Actually, I just got a message this morning during this taper. By the way, that's what we are focused on today. When you're watching this, hard workout today. Hop over to Strava, you'll see it later in the day, probably about 1 or 2 I'll be all done with it. And so today's an easy day, nice and easy. It's happening. So I'll talk to you about volume reduction, talk to you about intensity reduction, talk to you about final key workouts in the taper today as we roll through the streets of Denver, catching that sunrise. But mailbag coming soon. Man.
5,
Ugh.
6.
Good, how are you? Do you have any just like decaf actually?
I can make you decaf.
Like that rose. What's that?
If you need any sugar.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Thank you. Let's do this. Tapering for a peak running race. I tried to sit inside. It's freezing. It's windy. You can probably see the trees moving behind me, but it's too busy inside. That's a sign of a good coffee shop when there's no spots. It's always busy here, but I love Steam espresso bar. Okay, here we go. Oh, and by the way, let's get a little picture of the tripod right now. Go. Boom, there's the tripod. I promise I'm drinking decaf. Yes, I'm taking it serious. And oh, reading your tips. And hopefully you can hear me with the wind. I'm reading your tips from the vlog 2 days ago about sleeping tips. Thank you. I am fascinated by the notion of a weighted blanket. Who owns a weighted blanket out there? I feel like I would get too warm, but maybe they have technology in the blanket. True Love, if you're listening, we need to investigate a weighted blanket. I think that would actually, I'm really intrigued by that idea because I don't think I was clear enough a couple days ago. I have zero problem falling asleep. I fall asleep like a light bulb, like I'm out. But I wake up at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., like a light bulb. So I don't have any problem falling asleep. It's staying asleep. All right, here we go. Tapering, fit. What's the goal for me when I arrive at a starting line? Fit, fresh, and healthy. All right, fit, fresh, healthy. We are fit. I think we're fit. I do believe we're fit. Are we healthy? Yes. I have that little tightness in the hamstring. Didn't feel it. I didn't even think about it until right now. So we'll see how it does in tomorrow's workout. And then fresh. That is the ticket. I do know some runners that are not big fans of the taper. And again, you got to listen to your own legs. But for me, I actually posted on my run today for Strava. If you follow really closely, after a couple of hard days, whether it's back-to-back or whether it's like I did the interval workout on Friday, then I did a medium distance run at a not quite a tempo pace, but it's like 6:45 a mile on Sunday. Then my legs were pretty tired after that. So Monday, 10 minutes a mile. Tuesday, 10 minutes a mile. Today, Wednesday, back to the 9s. I was feeling quote unquote peppy again, which means my legs should be ready to rock and roll for the last really hard workout of the training block. Wow, I really hope this branch does not fall on me. Okay, there's a branch above me. If it fell, I don't think it would hit me. So we're gonna persevere here. It's like swaying in the wind. So here we go. Volume reduction. Let's talk about it. It's a 3-week process where I start this. So my peak volume is like 130. So I front load my volume early in the training block, which is one of the reasons why my legs are so tired right now, which is one of the reasons I take my easy days so easy in order to prepare for the intensity. So it's 21 days out, 10 to 12 days out, and then 4 days out where I just really start to ratchet down that volume in order to freshen up the legs. Now, it also includes reducing the intensity, but not as much for me in my training style, not as much as the volume, my emphasis on reducing the volume, okay? And so this week it is 75 miles this week, 50 miles next week, and then 25 miles the week of the race before the actual race. So basically and that's totally a range. It'll be between 20 and let's say 27 miles, again, just depending on how the legs feel. I'll just listen to the legs that leading into Rotterdam. And then of course, race day, you'll be, 1 mile warm up-ish, and then 26 miles, and then a hobble to the chocolate store afterwards somewhere in Rotterdam. So there you go. That is the volume. Intensity reduces, but not as much as the taper. Next point, of course, is sleep, sleep, sleep. That is the key. That is where we rebuild. That is where we regenerate. So I'm doing better, not perfect, but better. What is today? We got this is how many days left until the race. There it is on your screen. Basically tomorrow's workout, I definitely need to sleep a lot before that. So it's happening thanks to, frankly, all of your encouragement in the vlog from a couple days ago. And then last but not least, nothing new in the taper. So your food is dialed in, your hydration is dialed in, your gear is dialed in, your sleep is dialed in. All these things are just dialed in, so you're not experimenting. That should be done, Frank, like in between training blocks or early on in another training block, not in the taper leading in, not only the week before the race, but frankly, whether you do a 2-week taper or a 3-week taper, I just like to keep everything the same because you've put in so much work, DGR, into your personal race, like into the training block. It's, so you don't want to, quote unquote, mess it up by trying new things, especially in the food department. Like I keep it all pretty, that's why I went to the store yesterday and picked up all of those Bobos. Sound good? All right, that's a little insight into my tapering for a peak race. I'm sure I'm missing something else, but Mr. J. Grant, you get the comment of the day. If the race is, this is amazing. If the race is local to me, I love this. I like to have fresh sheets on the bed. That fresh, crisp bed relaxes me and allows a better night's sleep before the race. DGR Strong, Mr. J. Grant, I sleep so much better when I have fresh sheets. Brilliant. I think that's a brilliant tip and might be a little more difficult when you're traveling, but who knows, maybe, I don't even know how you would do that in like a hotel. Well, I guess hotels, they do provide, they do provide, they do change, do they change the sheets every night or they just make the bed? I don't even know. Anyway, Mr. J. Grant, there you go. Question of the day, taper tips. Let's hear your number one tip for tapering for a peak race. All right, we're not done. We are off to get things done at Costco. Let's roll. Exchanging Mr. Drone for one with a fresh gimbal. Here's a photo from this morning. So just getting a new one because you can't have crooked photos, if you know what I mean. All right, so we're getting a fresh one with a straight gimbal, hopefully. That's nice. I need a new chair. Storage, storage, storage. All the files, even the files from today, eventually end up on here. Alright now, seek beauty, work hard, and love each other. See you tomorrow.